moving here. Here's a lion track that's actually inside an elephant track here. So trying to catch up with this game, you don't have a lot of time because, like I said, we're not the only ones that are hunting them, so. There's a beautiful bull right there.
It's that time of year that I'm traveling back to the Dark Continent, back to Africa, back to my favorite country to hunt in the world, and that is Namibia. And of course, I don't hunt with anybody else but Omiyeve safaris when it comes to Namibia. And I'm really looking forward to this hunt. This will be my second time to visit a conservancy that they manage up in the northern part of Namibia, not far from the Angola border, just kind of west-southwest from the Etosha Pan, called the Omatendeka Conservancy. There's spring-fed water holes, which makes the area just have an abundance of wildlife. Some of the biggest gemsbok hunting, the biggest springbok hunting, great, fantastic kudu hunting, the occasional encounter of desert elephants and even free-range and lions. Another reason this hunt is so special is I'm going to be sharing camp with some of my dearest friends. And then, of course, this trip also, I'm bringing my mom along. My mom is one who has always encouraged me to follow my dreams, chase my dreams, work hard for those dreams so that those dreams will come true. And it's kind of a way to give back to my mom, who's always pushed me to say, you can do this, to take her on safari with me and let her enjoy what I actually get to enjoy doing as a living. This conservancy actually belongs to the local people, which are known as the Himba people, the Himba tribe people. And this conservancy, this land is given to these Himbas by the government so that they have an area to run and migrate with their cattle. You know, I was excited. I was excited that we were going to be hunting this area that belonged to these people. And at the end of this hunt, I knew that all the game that we took was going to go to those people. The meat was going to go to those people. A good portion of the money that's being paid towards this hunt was going to go to those people. And that's part of what wildlife conservation is about. And, you know, great organizations like the Dallas Safari Club help fight for our hunters' rights, help fight for hunter advocacy and wildlife conservation, and give back to these areas, give back to these people. And if we didn't have hunting in these areas, simply these animals would have no value in a conservancy such as this Omatendeka Conservancy, and these animals would simply go away. And I think that's why it's so important that hunting remains today, both here in Africa and at home. Home, sweet home. Cool. We made it. Our first day of hunting, we had decided to travel to the very back of this concession, and it is rocky and it is rough and it beats you to death and it's hot. It's probably reaching 100 degrees every day, and the heat coming off these big red rocks, I mean, it was a scorcher. It was probably 115. We had traveled to the back of the conservancy, basically focusing on spring water holes that Yapsi was aware of and familiar with in this conservancy. And because it was so hot, we knew that those animals were going to be, hanging close to water and probably visiting the water hole multiple times a day. As we spent most of that morning, we ran into several herds of gemsbok, we ran into several big herds of giraffe. We really pretty much just soaked up the scenery.
We do have a little bit of a breeze, so we're not fighting the heat too bad, but we're just, again, we're working these water holes, these little springs. Unfortunately, you can see how dry the country is right now. And so we're trying to find areas that have some grass in them and that are close to water, and that's where we're finding already running into lots of mountain zebra and springbok.
Just spotted.
This place is special in so many ways. There's no other part of Namibia or even the southern part of Africa that looks like this area. I mean, it's a very biblical looking area. The rocky terrain, the very red rock, it almost looks like you're hunting planet Mars when you get right down to it. It was probably reaching 100 degrees every day. And because it was so hot, we knew that those animals were going to be, hanging close to water and probably visiting the water hole multiple times a day.
Winds picked up this afternoon, it's made it a little tough. Try to hustle up, going down this road. We were going back to check some water holes and actually intercepted some zebra, so pretty wary, but we're gonna try to follow the road up by foot. Dang, wind swirling again. We'll give it a go.
Yeah, there's a female of them. But this will be at the back of them. And you can just see the very, very big neck and dew lap.
Okay, I'm good.
I'm gonna go this way around for the shadow, then we can hide in the shade.
Which one is he? Which one's this guy?
Okay, you see those two?
Yeah.
It's the back one, the last one. The big one, you see the big one? That one looking straight at us. Let's look at this thick neck. Oh, that's a kill shot, I promise you. Just wait, just wait. He's gone. Shooting, man, it was tough.
The effective range of the unit to the operator is 300 feet, but a lot of times you'll find it better to set up the bullet maybe only 100 feet away.
Must be somewhere here. I really hope.
I see him. Right through that bush. Right there.
Well done.
He did not go that far. He didn't even make it on the other side. I open my bolt, I'm clear. Complete passer. Oh boy, jeez, look at the size of him. Holy cow.
Look at the size of this zebra.
Look at the size of it.
My favorite game meat ever comes from a zebra. Can you just set those down for me? And my favorite zebra species is the Hartman zebra, or better known as the mountain zebra, and you can only hunt them here in Namibia as a U.S. hunter and export them back home. Is they have more stripes. I'm talking stripes that go all the way down their front legs, all the way down to their hooves. A lot of times in between the black on top of the white will be a shadow stripe. And you don't find that here in the Hartmans. Fantastic safari, my friend. I can't thank you enough, and we will do it again.
You're welcome. Have fun, mate.
You bet, brother. Very special treat this evening here at the camp. We have some members of the local Himba tribe that have come in. And, you know, we've actually been hunting their land while we've been here in this Omatendeka concession that Omayeve Safaris hunts on. So they've come to dance for us to say thank you for the meat, thank you for coming to hunt their lands, and it's giving back, and that's part of what wildlife conservation is. You don't get to see this at home. Everything that we've taken here is going to these people. We can't thank them enough. When it comes to plains game hunting, kudu is probably at the top of my list. To me, it's much like those people back home in North America that are die-hard elk hunters or die-hard whitetail deer hunters. You know, the kudu to me in Africa, I could hunt kudu every single time I come back. And I usually make this trip to Africa 2, sometimes 3 times a year. This area of Namibia is known for some of the largest kudu, and in this part of Africa, in this part of Namibia, I know that some of the biggest free-range kudu roam. My field producer was in the back of the truck riding and seen a nice kudu bull go over this ridge behind us here, so we're trying to kind of hustle up, gather everything we're going to take, try to catch up to this bull over this ridge. We think he may possibly be the shooter. So try to walk a little fast and get up there. Lion tracks right here. So here you see why these plains games are so spooky here. Here's a lion track that's actually inside an elephant track here. So trying to catch up with this game, you don't have a lot of time because, like I said, we're not the only ones that are hunting them. So. Under your foot. Imperative, you got good footwear. Okay, the kudu is just down there. We're just gonna wait a bit.
Oh, that's a beautiful bull.
There's a beautiful bull right there.
We need to take it.
Yeah, obviously we need to shoot that bull.
Yes, we do. That's a beautiful kudu.
Let's go, let's go. There he is right there.
Oh, good shot, Blake. If he comes out climbing again, he's going to come to the right. Aim a bit higher. Good shot. You done it, brother. Well done. Good job.
I'm out of breath.
That's a good shot. Well done, Blakey.
I really thought my first shot was good.
Oh, he's seen a lot of pain. He would have go down. That was just some backup. That shot, you can just tell the way he reacted.
I heard it was more solid. Yeah.
Hardloop gou daar om, Titus. Okay, let's just go.
I'm hoping he's down on this bottom. He's going into a really steep, rocky ravine.
Radio mens jy nie kan kom nie, dan maak ons 'n plan, maar moenie my kar opvang nie. Ja. Blakey is down, buddy.
Is he down?
Ja.
Thank you. Thank you. The opposite.
Good job, buddy.
My man always. My man always.
Okay, buddies.
I tell you, it's so critical that you really practice and you learn how to shoot off shooting sticks, because I couldn't have made that shot any other way. I couldn't have been confident and made that shot if I hadn't been practicing, had I not gone and taken the Sam Safari course at the FTW. And even out of breath, trying to control my breathing and my trigger squeeze.
I told you, noon at the heat of
Middle
the
of the day is
he
what
will
you
drink
said.
water. Come
Middle
out.
of the day.
Okay, let's go and see your trophy, buddy.
Big kudu down in Namibia, home with Ndeka. There's 3 desert elephants walking all the way across this valley. We've been seeing elephant sign since we started this morning. These elephants have been following these springs of water. We finally have caught up to some of them right here after I just shot a big kudu. That is so cool. These are desert elephants. It means out here in the desert. There's 4 of them?
Yeah. The one is way back, about 200 yards or 100 yards.
Pretty much they feed off the mopane that you see all in these valleys, huh? And that is so cool. My favorite pH. We got lucky, man. I'm telling you, these things are spooky. We're not the only ones hunting them, and we jumped this kudu bull. I don't know what the altitude is here, but it is getting hot, and it's so dry. My mouth is so dry. I mean, I was panting hard. I could not have made that shot if you wouldn't have given me that elbow. But holy cow, I cannot believe the size of this kudu.
He is big.
I don't know how many kudu I've taken with you, but
He is big.
I will take many more, but this is absolutely a special trophy.
He is so
We've already seen several kudu, several herds of gemsbok, hundreds of zebras, a huge herd of giraffes, elephants, leopard tracks, lion tracks, springboks, black rhino tracks,
It's just alive.
It's alive.
This place is just alive.
Africa is just teeming with wildlife in the wild parts of Namibia.
It was the second biggest kudu bull that I've taken personally, and I've taken a bunch of them. So it was a kudu hunt that I'll always remember, and I took it in an area that I've always dreamed about kudu hunting in.